The rise of social media brought the ability to connect with any individual anywhere on the planet. Facebook and Instagram, along with other social media platforms, track desires by coding relationships between people, things, and ideas into algorithms, taking each individual on the planet and figuring out a systematic way to categorize and filter our complex human brains revolutionized our world. This has provided a lot of supportable and favorable benefits for many different cultures. However, the increased exposure to the perpetuation of beauty ideals, once shown in magazines, can reap harmful effects to the young women logging on. A beauty ideal often takes a form of a standard during a certain period of time. These standards possess the ability to change over the course of decades. Humans unconsciously use these standards to measure the scale of someone's beauty. The days of traditional media, which produce the primary source of information through TV, the audience observing the screen would internalize the beauty standards, discreetly or obviously perpetuated. The image woman internalizes shifts corresponding with the new rise in technology humanity experiences. There is a sense of elite beauty possessed by models on Instagram. This offers room for young women logging in to infer the extent in which they believe that ideal represents what they need to look like. Every couple of scrolls reminds teenagers that various body types exist. This leaves room for comparison between young women and these ideal bodies. Self-objectification forces women to look inward at themselves and find something that needs changing or fixing, as if they are objects to manufacture. Therefore, self-objectification exemplifies a critical factor in the development of eating disorders that are more common in women than men. When young women have a 24/7 device to analyze to other people, the self-esteem of an individual decreases with the negative effect on body image. In 2010, Instagram was a particular development in social media that grew quickly in popularity. The layout differed from other forms of social media because it's an image-based platform. This gives users more time to compare their appearance outward toward others. Verified users who receive money based on the statistics of their posts on Instagram solidify a sense of popularity for the account and social hierarchy for the app. This solidified Instagram's power with publicly quantifying statistics of popularity which aid the continuation of beauty ideals. Instagram's ability to connect faces, experiences, and videos provides a more personal connection to the platform. Distracted by the popularity of influencers and their glorified beauty, followers of these celebrities often feel intrigued to support the product or brand. Usually the celebrity is backed by multiple brands or has many sources of income, which extends their reach to the general population. Not to mention, the content being created by influencers is expensive and out of reach for most people. Therefore, the celebrity and influencer mentality is reinforced by likes, which perpetuate a sense of belonging and validity. Along with young women looking at their own likes on their posts, they can also publicly view and compare their peers and celebrities' likes. Likes provide feedback and can act as a symbol for popularity between users. In fact, a study conducted in recent years positively correlated body dissatisfaction with the value people carry on their likes. Due to these findings and other corroborating research, the effects of the comparison tendency on young women's self-worth can result to disordered eating. Understanding the expansion and growing popularity of Instagram will exemplify the pressing nature of this current issue. The projected revenue of Instagram increased from $3.64 billion in 2017 to a whopping $14 billion in 2019. These millions of users turned into billions, and now there are that many individual connections to one another in our society. The like average of verified users, or influencers, usually shows extremely higher numbers than the population of users on average. This places them on another platform than the rest of the consumer society. When celebrities promote brands, they indirectly reinforce beauty ideals that users correlate with one's own view of their appearance. The media would be based off individual opinion with the lack of reinforcement from peers on an influencer's post. This would eliminate personal bias of the public, numerical, and quantifying evidence of popularity, the like button. In order to combat the negative impacts of social media on young women's eating habits and self-image, Instagram needs to update the app to a version where the like feature is private for only the individual. It may prove difficult to reach out to Instagram at all without exactly knowing who to go for to help, due to the size of Instagram's business. However, young women need to spread awareness for this privatization of the like button, which would hopefully spark their attention. Reaching out to multiple of Instagram's product designers, communication designers, and maybe even the director of consumer product marketing would hopefully increase the chances of this idea becoming a reality. The effects of social media on humanity will not slow down despite the numerous body positivity movements currently in place. Researcher Kopiak proposed a solution of media literacy interventions, which regarding mainstream beauty ideals have proven to garner positive effects on women's body image. For instance, such interventions have positive effects on knowledge, influence, attitudes, self-efficiency, and behavior. When young women learn about the dangers of social media, they can cognitively become more aware of their own values that they place on feedback and critique from peers. However, a key factor in the comparison between a user and the post besides the photo itself is the like button. Therefore, it would prove more efficiently to remove the like than educate our young generations on how they should define themselves. Removing the ability to compare a numerical value that creates the hierarchy of popularity removes the terrible effect the app has. Educating young women to learn about these awful effects seems to put a band-aid on the issue. This is not arguing that the knowledge of media literacy isn't important, just that it isn't as effective in fighting the effects of social media, such as eating disorders and low self-esteem. An important perspective to identify, the interpersonal perspective, predicts that self-evaluations important for a social status of an individual are the main influencer in global self-esteem. Therefore, young women invested in social media contain more of a risk to eat disorderly, to have their self-esteem negatively affected by the comparisons the like button provide. The beauty industries instate unattainable standards to provide an illusion for women that they need to change themselves. Every single human is different, and therefore there is no way to be fully satisfied when placing value on appearance comparisons, the key problem with the reinforcement of beauty ideals. The new media places a deeper comparison between our peers and in the days of celebrities on movie screens and TV screens. This comparison, perpetuated with viewing the amount of peers who interacted with the photo, only leads to body dissatisfaction and drive for thinness, which are both correlated with anorexia. This makes the necessity for privatizing the like button that much more important, knowing the deadly effects of this issue. In order for young girls to stop thinking that they aren't enough, our society needs to take action and spread awareness of this comparison. This means reaching out to the many positions ready to take criticism at Instagram. The first step in removing the like is getting humanity to dislike the like.